Frederick Womby from Sydney also. And he was standing on one of the oil tanks. We had a lot of oil tanks here that supported the refuelling of the shipping, very strategic port as Darwin is today. And he was standing in one of those oil tanks cleaning his gun on the morning of the bombing. He saw a strange look of a flight of planes coming over the horizon, thinking that they're the Americans that have come. Thank God, the Americans have finally arrived. But they got a little bit closer, and he realised they weren't the Americans. Before he knew it, this Zero was coming in straight towards him. So Freddie Womby casually lifted his gun up. It had a single shot that was an Enfield 303. He took the shot and got the plane, but he didn't bring him down straight away. But the pilot was hit. He knew, clunk, it must have sounded right. So the pilot aborted that attack, banked, and took off back to the carrier. Now, he was gaining altitude but losing oil pressure. He was never going to make it back to the carrier. However, he did calculate he would make it as far as Melville Island, the Tiwi Islands out there, 80 k's. He force landed his plane on the island, and he was the first Japanese to be caught on Australian soil through the war. Hajime Toyoshima is his name. How he got caught, there was an Aboriginal by the name of Matthias Ulungara. He was tracking Toyoshima, and with the handle of a tomahawk, Matthias has snuck up behind him, stuck it in his back and said, "Stick him up." Now that happened because the Aboriginals were watching the cowboy movies, and that's what he thought he had to say, and he did. He relieved him of his gun and arrested him, and he handed him over to the army, and he was interrogated by Sergeant Les Powell, and Toyoshima was eventually sent down to Cowra, and he was the leader of the Cowra breakout in New South Wales. That's another story. But Matthias Ulungara was the first Australian ever to arrest an enemy in a wartime situation on Australian soil and got a medal for it.